Hello everyone. My name is İkbal Kanser, and welcome to the ISET 2020 conference. Thanks for the organizing committee and Sema Hocam. Today I'm going to your moderator, and we will have four participants for this session, but unfortunately one of our participants won't be able to us, and we will share his presentation after the session. So we will have three participants today, three submissions, and I'm going to the first presenter, and then Dr. Ramesh Kumar will present his submission, and then we will have three presenters, Erkan Oflas, Sema Yılmazgenç, and Hasan Seyit. Each participant will have 15 minutes to share their ideas with us. And please stick our time, because our time is quite limited. So I'm going to cut my words here, and then I'm going to start with the time. And I'm going to firstly share my screen with you. And wait a second, please. My PowerPoint submission. Okay. Yeah. I'll just start the time. My name is İkbal Kanser, and I'm working as Associate Professor Doctor at Barton University. Today, I'm going to submit my paper, which is called The Politics Economics of Arts Sector, a debate on institutional economics. The aim of this study is to make a collaboration, or to make a connection between old or original institutional economics, which is instituted by Thorstein Veblen, and art sector. The further debates will be mentioned in the broadened paper. So today I'm going to only share the draft ideas with you. Here the topic will discuss in general perspective of Thorstein Veblen's idea. So, first of all, the first question must be asked is, what is economics? It is no doubt that economics is related to several areas. Many people think that economics is only related to interest rates, foreign currency, unemployment, etc. It is so true that cannot be denied. Nevertheless, economics is not a combination of different kinds of sectors. The art sector is one of them, and it's a very important sector in the service sector. Of course, the art sector has minor effect to contribute to economic growth. Growth can be measured by real economy, prices and interest rates, unemployment rates, debt indicators, the balance of payments, bank deposits and funds, credit stocks, etc. Those are called macroeconomic variables. All those are very important. Besides culture, cultural products, literature, etc. Because this kind of cultural products are not only the indicators of economic growth, but also they are the triggering elements of cultural growth. The more developed cultural institutions a country has, the more educated and productive people it will have. So the country will remember not only for its economic power, but also the power fed by its cultural wealth. In here, the second question must be asked, what is culture? Culture is directly related to cultivation. Cultivation will create a product, so cultivation is directly related to output. In similar terms, accumulated cultivation makes the sense with art because the two means creating extraordinarily. So art is an institution or must be an institution, but which art? The stage of art created as an art institution can be described as institutalized. This institutionalization cannot be ignored for the modernism process. Modernization has also a direct effect on economic growth. Thus, modernization is the triggering element of institutionalism. So, here we have the relationship between art and modernization. And here we have Ankara State Opera and Ballet, which is the key factor of this modernization of Turkey. Institutionalism is multidimensional. This study will follow its logic by the mediation of original institutional economics of Thornstein Veblen, as I started earlier. It means that we are unable to understand a society's economics course without understanding the institutions uh, uh, shaped by it. This echoes, original institutional economics, and its founder Thornstein Veblen argues that the motivation of people behind is instinct, habit, belief, and lastly, rationality. He also states that rationality cannot be sovereign by time. It seizes people with social rules created by laws, international laws of firms, etc. In this context, these are institutions and they are also institutions shaping the economics of a society. What Veblen makes unique is that he describes all available economic institutions in a pre-Darwinian way. For instance, the British classics are normative, utilitarian, and for Veblen, the facts which are cumulative. And time changes, people change, their necessities change. So Veblen's economics is a genius way to catch what kind of new institutions and what kind of new economics implementations will occur. Uh, Thus, the thing should be considered as a relationship between the art sector and Veblen's argument may be found in the modernization process of Turkey. In other words, the modernization process is directly bind to become a modern country because as a matter of fact, the modernization process should be considered as a capitalist adventure and also capital accumulation. It means that if a country has changed its borders, its national mind, its economic mind, it would also bring a new process for economics. And Turkey did it. Uh, well, first of all, we should divide this art sector, the Ottoman Empire art sector and the Turkish art sector. And so today I'm going to focus on the Turkish art sector, Ankara State Opera and Ballet. And initially, it must be said that the Ottoman Empire hasn't got an art sector, which I will follow uh, the other parts. The last 20 years of Ottoman Empire to catch classical economic assumptions. So its economic implementations try to save its economic losers, but no way. The most important effort that Ottoman Empire economics has done is to follow modernization process. Thus, they imported almost all institutions to West Sudan. Art was one of them. On the country, art and the art institutions are found to be supported by the crown or auspicious of wealthy families. The Ottoman art was not only supported by the court, however, The severe distinction between European countries and Ottomans support is capital accumulation. Ottomans don't have any capital accumulation to support these kind of arts. It means that for Veblen's point, if any institutions in this study's example, art institutions must be support a capital stock created by other economics effects. Um, Cumulative causations bring an aspect to look people whole with their tendencies, habits. For Veblen, economics and social facts are related to changing tendencies and habits. It also emphasizes that institutions and individual cumulative causation have an interrelationship. As it is known, Veblen deals with three different kinds of instincts. These are related to habits of thought in terms of submitting human needs. Instinct of workmanship, the first one, dreaming and effort to understand the world outside, which is called idle curiosity, and lastly, a concern to other people's prosperity, which is called parental bent. Two instincts, idle curiosity and parental bent, are important to feed the prosperity of humans and to raise the general public prosperity. Nevertheless, Veblen constantly gives importance to the instinct of workmanship because it is related to the imagination of humans and its output of products and services as a part of service sector, and art sector is very close to instinct of workmanship. However, it is further supported by idle curiosity. Art is an image of a world, especially if we talk about scene art, which you can see on screen. Uh, uh, on the one hand, it is creating an imaginary world. On the other hand, it is producing an output both in terms of money and as a product. Uh, and the important difference between the art sector in Turkey, dividing the Ottoman art and the Turkish public art. The Ottoman Empire don't have any capital accumulation to support them. On the contrary, Turkey made it a real as a capital accumulation. So I'm going to my words here. Instead of results, art is a tool of modernization. The modernization process has also brought a large amount of economic growth. Thus, art could be supported by developed in the art sector, which was instituted initially in the Ottoman Empire and Turkish Republic, was able to create a modernization process, a widespread economic output to all citizens. And lastly, almost all suggestions, what Veblen said, are available with the art sector in Turkey after the production process has drastically changed after it was instituted as a new country. Well, thanks for listening to me, and I have spent only 11 minutes, and after all submissions, we will have the questions, please. So now I'm going to stop the share my screen with you, and then yes, Dr. Kumar, are you going to make your presentation yourself, or should we play it?
So can I start with my PPT? So my presentation, I know I'm going to share my presentation.
Will you share it yourself, or will I share it?
No, madam, I have my PPT. So just I want to share my PPT now. I am going to share it.
You can share it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can share it. Okay,
thank you. Thank you.
And today, Dr. Kumar From Aladapa University. His submission's name is Classical Intellectual Influence of Economic Ideas of uh, Thriuvalluvar. Yes. Uh, I count your time, and the scene is yours, Kumar.
Yes, thank you, ma'am, and thank you for organizing it, for giving me an opportunity to present my thoughts on Thiruvalluvar about the economic ideas of his classical way. So my PPT consists of 15, maybe 13 slides, so excluding of introduction, and thank you. So my name is Ramesh Kumar. So I am working as an assistant professor in Department of Economics and Rural Development in Alagappa University. It is located in Tamil Nadu. So I think you know that Tamil Nadu. It is located in the southern part of India. So generally, the history of economic ideas, as the title implies, the origin and the development of economic thoughts and their interrelations. And it is historically account of past, present, and future development in economic doctrines. The relationship between history of economic shows that how an economy works in effective way to fulfill the needs of publics. So starting from Adam Smith, we are getting so many of thoughts for the benefits of economic and society and political. So suppose if we take into the Great Depression in 1929, the classical thoughts of Keynesians gives many solutions to the short of the problem of 1929 Great Depressions. So reconsidering, restructuring, and developing theories and make economic policies to the sustainable economic progress to the futures. But recent decades, we are not filled to acknowledge the history of economic thoughts and neglect its importance in the field of economic inquiry. So just to, I'm telling an example, if you are taken to the our master degree courses in economics, many institutions and colleges refuse to add the subject of economic thoughts. Especially the ideas of economic thoughts has been abolished and disappeared from many years in teaching curriculum research centers of economic institutions in economics. So in this background, I am going to give the thoughts of Thirukkural, particularly in their relevance to the present economic conditions. So about Thriuvalluvar, so Thriuvalluvar is uh, simply saying that Thriuvalluvar praised an atom, injected 7 C's into it, and compressed into what we have today as Kural. So Kural is in couplets. So Thiruvalluvar name still we not found what his original name. So we don't know his parents and origin. It has become confirmed that through our research, it is started from AD. So many study results suggest that he may have been born in the 2nd century. There is also a report that he was born and raised in Mylapore. So it is in Chennai. So Chennai is the capital of Tamil Nadu. So further, the Thirukkural also called in the different names in different times, like word, public, hide, double thread, and hide in Tamil, etc. So suppose we look into the Thirukkural. So Thirukkural is consist of a book. So it books consist of 1,330 couplets. So each couplets consist of 33 adhigaram. So in Tamil, adhigaram means it's chapter. So each chapter consists of 10 couplets and 7 words. So one couplet, so 7 words. The top 4 words and 3 in next one 3 words. So totally 7. The couplets divided into 3 parts with the teaching on dharma, it's a virtue, and artha, it's a wealth, and kama, it means love. The Thirukkural's economic ideas are mostly to be in the Portupal. So it is in the second part of Thirukkural. So Thirukkural, 82 languages translated into 82 languages across the world, and particularly English have alone published in 57 versions. So based on his credits, many governments, both public and private, gives many honorable to the Thiruvalluvar. The first one, we look into the first one, which is located in the Chennai. It's we call it as a Thiruvalluvar Kotam. Then next one is located in the School of Oriental and African Studies in London. Then the third one, just to use take it this pillar. So this is the statue of Vallor. So the total feet of this Vallor is 133 feet. So based on the 133 chapters. And the next one is the documents. The document is published in the Union Government of India's budget sessions. So, nearly 2-3 decades, we are every time in budget we are presenting based on the Thirukkurals. And so Thirukkural economics is ideas at the time of Thriuvalluvar, so his idea was not yet separate subjects, but he understood the importance of wealth, say, as mentioned by the Adam Smith. So in general, we should abiding certain permanent economic values that deserve to be maintained, whatever the economic system is. Whatever the nature and objective of economic process is in a country and at any point of time. And he has set them out in unmistakable terms. So now I am giving such in the form of Thirukkural. So first he started with agriculture. So agriculture is an important occupation. So particularly crop cultivation is the basic requirement. In these food products, he put cultivating crops with the combined help of land, water, sunlight, heat, rain, and snow. So he started with Sulal Yer Pinnadu Ulagam Adanal Ulandum Ulave Talai. So it means that above couple was explained that the world revolves around many industries. The earth industry lacks beginning. So plugging is the best business no matter how much it is suffers. Then second one is the so Udavinar கைம்பளம் இல்லை விளைத்தும் விட்டோம் தென் பார்க்கும் தலை. So Thiruvalluvar views supports the physiocratics arguments. So he highlights the importance of agriculture. So particularly the plowing is the beautiful and deeply illustrated by the power of plowing. So no matter how much progress is made in the country, food remains as essential part of people lives. Plowing is the best raw material for food. This compensates the highlights the importance of agriculture. Then observations on plugging by the Thiruvalluvar. So Uludundum Uluvar Valvar Matralam Toludundu Pin Selvar. So the meaning of the above couplet is plowing community who lives by plowing for others, and the other is the one who worships other follows. So it is in the couplets of 1033. And the next one, Uluvar Ulagatar Adilutolade, Eluduvar Elam Puruthu. So this means again he give the importance of the agriculturist. So they are the linchpin of the world, for they support all other works who cannot till the soil. So he mentioned that the best characteristics to do plowing and therefore food himself, oneself, and live for the others. Then he also mentioned some importance about the water resource and management. So everyone know the water is the essential commodity for growing a crop. So in his Thirukkural in Culprit 11, he says that one into Ulagam Valangi Varudalal Tan Amildam into Dalapito. So it means that the rain is the important factor in the survival of the species in the world and the production of goods and food for them to eat. The people of the wetland depend on the monsoon for their livelihood. The ancient kept track the signs of rain and the changes in the nature caused by experience. The meteorological center today tells us about the amount of rainfall forecasting, then many things they are giving. But in Thiruvalluvar, 280 back, he gave many important things about the water and water resource management. And the poverty, so he pointed out the poverty and human beings cannot be separated by pleasure and misery, and it's inspirable from life. Poverty is the absence of the basic amenities. So Thiruvalluvar considers freedom from hunger as one of the fundamental freedom that should be enjoyed by every citizen. According to him, poverty is the root cause of all other evils, which would lead to everlasting sufferings. So he also considered it's foolish to reduce the illness of poverty and by begging. He condemned the poverty and begging as the greatest cause of a society. It is wrong to say that some were made to beg by faith. If people were to live by begging, he said, may the creator of the universe who has decreed to so go to begging and praise. So it means Urupasiyum, Ovapiniyum, Sirupagayum, Seradilla Nadu. So a country should be work with any poverty or famine. And the another thing says that inmiyam innadiyadinam imiyendrum innamil innatadu. So the meaning of that, so nothing is more dreadfully painful than poverty. So he also made some points about the how a king work with his country or nation. So Thiruvalluvar have made some insights. It means a kind on state of public finance, namely creation of revenue, collections of revenues, management of revenues, and how can made benefit to the public in the form of public expenditure.
Dr. Kumar, your last 4 minutes, please.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So next one, he also pointed the wealth. So how can the country can work with acquire a great fortune to more notable, honorable means. The explanation of this couple to indicate that everyone will disappear and set aside unless there is material. But everyone especially celebrate selvathri. The contemporary administration depend on the object. Here is a layer that the seems natural of the word subject to matter there than the man. So the welfare state is society comes up with the 5 prominent ornaments such as diseases, ample wealth, adequate food resources, standard of living, and unfailing defense. So and finally, now I'm concluded this. So in his work, there are many notable features he pointed from the starting from agriculture, procuring water, and role of government in ruling. So Thiruvalluvar, unlikely his work is different from other Indian economic thoughts like Kautilya's Arthashastra. So Thiruvalluvar advocates that behavior is derived from the people's ethical principles in their life and work. His thoughts are addressed a common guidance to all and not any particular religion's race or the state. The economic ideas influence can be most clearly seen in the day applications of its tenant by the general people. So and finally, the insights, richer insights into the both economic issues and the working of the Indian minds, particularly Thiruvalluvar. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So your mic is mute, ma'am. Your mic is, please unmute.
Oh, so sorry, so sorry. I forgot it. Do you mind if you stop your share screen? Then I'm going to continue, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks for the proper time, Dr. Kumar, again. And now, lastly, we will have 3 presenters, and I think one of them will submit the paper. Dr. Erkan Otlak, Dr. Sema Yılmaz, and Dr. Hasan Seyit. They are from Kocaeli University and Tito University. Their paper is called An Evaluation on the Socioeconomic Impacts of the Ottoman State NAR Application. Sema Hocam, are you going to present your paper? Erkan Hocam, hello.
Hello, hi.
Are you going to make your presentation yourself, or should I play it?
I can start, ma'am.
Okay.
I can start my presentation.
Please start, and I'm going to count your time.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Erkan Oflaz. I'm from Kocaeli University. Thank you for your giving this opportunity for me. Then my presentation will be in NAR practice is Ottoman state. Okay. The study, which is based on the relationship between NAR practice and Ottoman state and the general moral and moral foundation of the state, it will be examined the negative externals of the NAR system and the economic and commercial growth of the empire. First of all, I will explain what is the meaning of NAR. Determine the prices of the basic necessities by the state according to their supply and demand condition. The priority of determining the price is the availability of the product. This states that important role of the NAR system, which stand out the social policy in the general structure, is not a result of the function of the institution, is directly the function of a of its institution. In this perspective, it's clear that narrow approach between society and the ruling class is not a policy, but a psychology. So, NAR system, which is the main power and economic model, has become a measure of society's moral and religious doctrine. Unlike the contemporary economic models, centralized management of social policies stem of the socialist approach, unlike the socialist system. NAR practice differ in that central economic planning does not refer to class society, although the application of price management to all individuals is similar to the selling price application. The aim of this policy is not a supply security, but demand side price pressures. The availability of basic necessities in each unit demand primary. When examined in the model where the exceptional privilege cases of the Sultan and the Reaya. Reaya means people of Ottoman Empire. Were not included in the analysis in the Ottoman state structure. We can find evidence of Jean-Jacques Rousseau's social contract. For this reason, the dynasty is the founder of the state and the protector of property. On the other hand, it is the basic social contract for the citizen to produce the necessary resources of the Sultan to protect the state and provide the justice. Along this, the social contract, we see that Hobbes' basic assumption is Leviathan, which was above everyone and spirit fear exists under the Ottoman state administration. Building social order, we see that at the basic of the management style legitimated by the Islamic law. We call that Sharia. The code, existing code was emerged, supported at customs and tradition and custom and tradition. Consensus. There is a social consensus as a reason why the property belonged to the state, which belongs to the Sultan and the Ottoman dynasty. Social state, we see the early period institution and the practice of the social state in the analysis of the system as a result of the Sultan's duties towards society being determined mostly tradition and Sharia. I'm sorry. As a result of the relationship between the Ottoman society and the dynasty, the NAR system, which is one of the policies, was considered to be entire Ottoman subject. The state belonged to the Allah, so it would be not wrong to say that the dynasty is responsibility of administration of the proprietary, and that the Ottoman nation is founding principle. The concept of nation in Ottoman state, the Ottoman understanding of the state can be expressed with its Islamic foundation. In the Ottoman understanding of the state, which has an ancient cont long before the evolution of the modern system, the people with administrative privileges and the public have the mutual rights and duties against as established by the principles of the Sharia. The borders which are living space of the subject and defended by the power of the sultans are Memaliki Mansure. Memaliki Mansure means the society living in the safe zone where possible threats are eliminated should not have any problem in the reaching their basic needs. This doctrine lies at the heart of the commercial organization. We need to discuss the person in the Ottoman state about judicial system. Its main difference from ancient Greece, from an European monarchies, as a managerial style can be taken in the connection with the concept of person in legal sense. While the ancient Greek and Rome, the concept of the person refers to the concept of citizen, which is connected with the certain definition. In the European monarchies, it points to the basic class that we can explain with the Magna Carta. The Ottoman Empire had a divine code on the basis of society, and the right of the public were given the light of the Quranic verses. For the reason, the dynasty or the state could not take over the basic rights from the people. Now, which is one of the main policy tools in the issue of accessibility of the basic food, which is the main concerns of the central planning, is a result of the management approach mentioned above. Reaya is the class that should be served, not serving. The word in Ottoman history, service to the Reaya is the service to the God, should be evaluated within this framework. There is the divine and customary code in Ottoman state system, while the concept of nation state, which entered the literature which the Westphalian peace in the Western state. The Bill of Rights, which was previously accepted in England, foresees the country's independence. The main argument of the study, now which is a social policy, creates a negative externals in the economic sense. Because of some kind of pressure on the demand price. So this cause of smuggling and too much reserved basic needs. Ottoman economic system as an ecosystem, while developing and growing under the favorable condition, cannot be competitive in the basic foreign trade policies. Another one, Ottoman Empire could not compete with the primitive capitalist policies due to its moral sense in the fundamental policy. We can see that all the old Ottoman states, where is the South African and Far East, everywhere is not a subject, just considering with the citizen and equal right with the Ottoman foundation. So finally, when the unique economic advantage of the Ottoman economy disappeared and it became an observative agent, the state structure. So my presentation end here. Thanks for listening to me. I think faster.
Yes, it is faster. Thank you for time limitation, Dr. Osla.
Thank you.
Do you mind if you stop your share screen so then I
Okay.
can manage the screen? Okay, thank you very much. Well, thank you for all presentations. They all are very good presentations and very interesting ideas. Do you have any questions or debates for each presentation? Do we have any questions?
On YouTube, no, Professor. There is no question on YouTube.
Okay, thank you. On YouTube, okay. I'm going to conclude the presentations briefly. As myself, I was trying to make a combination between the art sector and the wetlands idea. And as I stated earlier, I'm going to broad the ideas in the paper, in the broadened paper. And Dr. Kumar has presented a very interesting idea to us, because I have no idea about the Thriuvalluvar, if I say the true name of him, because it's very foreign. He states very interesting ideas about economics, which as who was a very interesting Indian intellectual, and I like his ideas. I think we should take him ideas in those century. Well, lastly, Dr. Oflas has talked about a very different and very interesting ideas, NAF policy in the Ottoman Empire. Yes, I'm not an expert in Ottoman economics, but as far as I have known, the NAF policy is very important in the Ottoman state, and as you stated earlier, people are seen as reaya, so their only important necessity is food, and so they must take this food in proper prices, and which is very important in economics. And unfortunately, we haven't seen Dr. Tunç Ali Küçükçoğlu and his presentation back to basics, what is economics and what is it for. But I think we will have his presentation after other time. I think the presentation will submit the paper or YouTube. Well, if you don't have any questions or debates, okay, and Sema Hocam has just came. And okay, I'm going to stop the presentation here. Thanks for all participants, and thanks for organizing committee, and thanks for our audiences on YouTube to share their time with us. See you on another online conference, hopefully.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
See
ma'am.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.